Uh, Welcome again to episode 2 of Dauupicha podcast. As I told you last time, it's the podcast which is mainly based on sharing experiences, sharing knowledge to different individuals. And this experience and knowledge comes from different professionals who are in the content creating field. So when I say that, we focus on two sides: films or video and the audio side of content creating. So karibu tena. Today we have a very special guest who will be sharing his stories, his experiences, his knowledge in this field of content creating, and also I'm very, very sure that he's going to inspire everybody who is trying to approach this content creating industry and the creative industry in general. So karibu kaka.
Asante sana, bro. Thank you for having me.
Asante,
man.
yeah.
Thank you.
So could you just introduce yourself so as people know who you really are?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, my name is Tim Ford Jr. I'm from America. I moved over here to East Africa, Tanzania. I would say it'll be 4 years in August. So I've been here almost 4 years now. And I moved from America because I was just tired of being in that environment and tired of, I don't know, man. It was not much opportunity, in my opinion, over there. And where there was, but it's just, I didn't feel like dealing with the system anymore.
Right.
I just was tired of it. And, I came to Africa, my wife and I. At the time, I had a 1-year-old son, and my wife and I, we had an herbal wellness business. And we came over here with our herbal wellness business and creating content on YouTube and Instagram. And that we've taken off ever since. So that's a little bit about what I'm doing now.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Thank
So I think I saw your video before I knew, like before I met you. Yeah. I saw your video with your kid, T3.
Wow.
The one which I think he tested ice cream.
Yeah, the popsicle video.
The popsicle video.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, it was really funny to me, and I saw it on Instagram, and later on for some I don't know if it was a coincidence, but I saw it on YouTube as well. That's when I started like knowing about you and started to follow up stuff that you were doing.
So this was before I came?
Yeah.
What?
I swear it was before you came.
Wow.
Like, the day like I think the first time I saw you, and then I was like, he looks familiar, but I'm not really sure. And then I think you shared once, there is a time you shared later on again.
Yeah, later on,
and then I realized I was
wow,
right. I was there.
Oh,
But
wow.
I had seen it before. I haven't told you this before.
Wow, you did.
But
wow.
Yeah, that's how I knew about Tim Ford. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, so today's mainly I wanted us to discuss a bit more about the world of content creating, this field, because I believe like where we are going right now, it's like it's a kind of a digital world whereby we share most of our experiences through content creating. And I think people will be very inspired and will be able to learn something from your experience, and maybe also, as I said before, like be inspired to start something for themselves and just create. Yeah. So I'll have a few, I think we'll have a bit of a discussion about how it goes and how things work out and how they worked out for you as well. Yeah.
All right.
So one of the things I would like to know was like, what really inspired you to like create content, and like how did you find your like your niche, like the field that you are in?
Yeah. What inspired me to create content?
Right.
Man, honestly, I have when I graduated high school in 2012. Wow, 2012. It's almost 12 years ago.
Long time.
Almost more than 12. 13. Oh, wow, man. When I graduated high school, I knew that at some point I would have my own show.
Right.
Like growing up, my father always, I watched my father, he was a singer. Like he used to sing at clubs in churches, and he had like a talent of singing. He would walk around the house singing all the time.
Right.
So my dad, he was big on like entertainment, I guess, and doing things for entertainment as a gift and using that as a talent. So my dad, when I was younger, one thing he did was he would make my brothers and I, we would like always, he would make us, he would say like, if you was on stage right now, what would you do in order to like make the crowd be engaged? So we practice things like that. And this when I was like 5 or 6 years old, maybe like from 5 to 10, he would always put us in those type of situations. And there was one time I used to walk around the house singing all the time too, because my dad did it. So he challenged me one time, and there was have you heard of the Apollo before?
They're like, is it like this stage?
Yeah. It's like
I've
I think
heard
it's
of
like it's a show in America where they like all the talented people go and they like try to audition to become famous, basically. And they was traveling around my hometown. They was traveling around America, and they came to my hometown, and my dad challenged me to basically audition and try out. I was a little boy, bro, and I was terrified. I turned it down, and I was like, nah, man, I'm not finna sing in front of all those people.
Right.
And I just remember his disappointment, bro. So I said all that to say I grew up in, like, my dad always showed me and pointed me in the direction of creating content. And once I left high school, I always had the dream and the vision of creating my own show.
Right.
Like every year after I graduated, sometimes I would meet different videographers and people and different hosts, and we would start working on a show together, and something would happen. One of us would get a job, or one of us would go to a different city.
Right.
Every year I would get closer to creating my show, and then something would happen to where it wouldn't happen. So I was working on it. Like, I've been working on it for a long time, bro. Just trying to figure out what my lane was for a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's really good. And I think that also, because you mentioned like as you were doing like different projects, some became employed, like some of the individuals you were working with became employed and like left, right? And that would, I think, would bring us to the second question, which was like the challenges that you faced. I think that would be one of them. But then how did you like overcome them and just kept on going like into
one of the things was you asked how did I find my niche as well.
Right.
I found it by just kept going.
Right.
I knew like I would have a show. I kept that at the forefront of my mind. So like at one point, bro, it was real estate. Like I was talking about real estate on camera. I was trying to figure out how I'm going to film myself to do real estate because I'm learning real estate. I'm thinking this, that. So I guess since I know my purpose, bro, like everything made me stay focused on content. Like I didn't care about anything else. I didn't care about trying to do nothing else because I knew that the burning desire that I had within me was to create something for myself.
Right.
So anytime somebody turned me down, anytime somebody went another way, I was just say, this not the person. Let me just keep going and figure it out. Let me just keep working until, man, one day the video went viral and then I ended up having to do it myself.
Nice.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people think that, the viral moment just happens out of nowhere.
Right.
Bro, before I went viral, I was posting content for years.
Yeah, true.
Years, bro. It was like that one moment. And then that one moment didn't just change my life completely in that one moment. It wasn't you're viral, you're taking off. It was you viral. Okay, now what you gonna do to sustain this? What you gonna keep doing? So I had to learn how to step into the niche of fatherhood, learn how to do content in that lane.
Right.
Because I always wanted to do inspirational content, motivational content, like talking about that all the time. But I was blessed to go viral with my son and the family dynamic. So I had to start studying and doing research on the family stuff. I was already learning it, trying to be a good father and learn how to be a father.
Right.
But I started having to share my life and share content about fatherhood because I went viral from fatherhood. So it forced me to sort of like go in a different direction.
Right.
Yeah, so I've had to learn how to started looking at different things and realized what the audience want based off what they found me doing too at the same time. Yeah, so it's like the niche thing is like it's so man wide, bro. It's crazy. Like I don't even feel like I'm in a niche. I do, but I don't at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I see.
Yeah.
Nice. And now from that, how is it like? Because I think one of the very difficult things in content creating is just staying like relevant like all the time.
Yeah.
Just being motivated and like just keep going.
Yeah.
How do you maintain like your consistency and
Yeah.
just stay motivated and keep creating?
Yeah.
Because I know like at some points like we might be on camera or smiling and everything, but it's not.
Yeah, man.
There is so much going on behind.
Yeah.
And then so how do you like maintain that consistency and just staying motivated, keep creating?
Believe it or not, I don't feel like I'm consistent, man.
Right.
I feel like there's a lot of work that I need to do. I feel like I got to improve in a lot of areas, man. You know, I struggle with consistency. I used to. Let me use my words correctly. I used to struggle with consistency, but now I'm working on it and trying to get better. But I understand I'm helping people, bro. I understand that, you know, somebody is stuck and need the content that I produce. Somebody is watching my content and their life is changing. When I say something, when God leads me to say certain things, excuse me, when he leads me to say and do certain things, like, I know that the content is helping others, and I get the emails, I get the messages, and I met people, bro, that actually moved from America to Africa to like come and tell me, and we having conversations about they did it because a piece of content that God led me to produce. So I sort of feel like called, like even the days where I lack consistency, where I feel like, man, I don't feel like doing this, like I still have to because I got a calling on my life. Like, God won't let me do nothing else. If I try to go in another lane, bro, I won't be allowed to. Nothing else will work. So I have to produce content to feel comfortable and at ease because this is my purpose. Yeah, like this is what I gotta do, bro. So when I feel like not doing it, I just tap into like, this is what you have to do. It's like one time I called myself not want to produce content. Like I literally, it's gonna trip you out, bro. I told myself like, I don't feel like doing this Africa stuff no more. I just want to come to Africa and enjoy my family. I don't want to keep producing content. Man, bro, you know, I drive motorboaters here. So while I was driving and a rock went in my eye and I didn't have a helmet on, bro, and I like almost went blind for like, it was like a month before Naya, my daughter, was born. Like I couldn't open my eye. I couldn't go outside. If I did go outside, I had to have glasses on and keep one eye closed. I couldn't open it, bro. And I literally like the Holy Spirit, I felt the Holy Spirit tell me like God was showing me like you made it to Africa with this gift of producing content with these eyes to see Africa. So if you don't produce content, I'm gonna take your eyes from you. Like you have to use this gift to produce content and show people what's going on. I feel like I'm the eyes for some of my people in America, bro. Some of my people don't know what Africa is like. Some of my people don't know what's possible. So I'm the eyes for them to show them what's over here. So that's what sort of pushes me and motivates me to keep going on those days where it's like, I don't feel like it, but I have to, because some people are depending on me to escape from what they stuck in right now.
So like from what you've just spoken about, one of the things I've realized is like, because you also said it, like you keep creating because you know somebody out there needs to hear what you have to say or what you have to share. And in a way, I believe you've helped people, just as you said. And how much have you come to realize, like you helped other individuals, whether it's from their comments or whether it's from coming to meet them later after they saw what you say? Like, how much do you feel like you've inspired these other individuals and just make them just know about Africa in general, just to veer a bit away from the content creating world?
Yeah.
Just as like individually.
Yeah. Man, I feel like I've inspired people to the point where there's like elders and older people, they're saying things like, man, I wish I would have knew this information when I was in my 20s and 30s.
Right.
Like they're saying like, man, you've taken a chance and you've escaped early in life when I wish I would have done it sooner. So I've heard and garnered respect. You know, it takes a lot for elders to respect a younger individual.
True.
So some of them have expressed that and said that, like, man, this is something that I wish I would have done a long time ago. And I've seen families come over and, man, literally change their lives because they took a chance on themselves. Now, some people I've seen, because they just watch it and they get inspired and don't do research, I've seen some people fumble and mess up the opportunity too, unfortunately. It's not all peaches and cream and roses. Like, there's a weight of me feeling, you know, I feel sad when I meet people and they not able to adjust to this. Like some people come and it's like, oh man, I couldn't adjust, man. I got to go back to America and get myself together. So I have to deal with the letdown of like people not being able to adjust too. So yeah, I've helped people, man, and it's a great feeling. And I've shown people Africa, a piece of Africa that they've never seen before. Like for example, Milimani City. Like we don't even know. Like I never saw a mall in Africa till I came to Milimani City, bro. 4 years ago. So there's somebody in America right now that don't know about Milimani City. They don't know that there's malls here. Many people, a lot of people, unfortunately, still think that Africa don't have MacBooks, Africa don't have Apple products, Africa don't have nice cameras, microphones. Like I'm exposing a lot of people to that and showing them another side that they've never seen. So I've seen the impact, and I'm blessed to be able to share it and show these people, man, the truth, bro.
That's really great.
Man.
One of the things I saw in your like YouTube account was like, because I always like whenever you release like, for example, like a podcast, I went and watched it, and I also checked the response on the like the comments section, and just as you say, like it's mostly like the elderly who like really agree and like what you're doing and support it. And that's really difficult like nowadays to, as you say, like to convince like an elder person. But the other side of things in YouTube is like you have people who criticize and people who don't believe in that. So how do you like face those situations? So
what I've learned at first, bro, I used to get I used to get upset. I used to try to argue with people and go back and forth and waste time. But I've grown and matured and figured out and learned, bro, like it's engagement. And what we want on our content is engagement. So even though they're upset, even though they're saying something crazy, you have to thank them for the engagement. And they're actually helping you push your content, because by them commenting and spending time, they're actually helping you reach the people that you need to reach. By them commenting, they push it up in the algorithm and they're showing that this content is being talked about. People are engaging with this content. So let us show this content to more people. So I've learned to look at it as it's helping me rather than hurting me. So I engage with them. Like I taunt them back now because I know they're gonna come back and keep engaging. So it's helping me. So I've tricked myself to look at it as if it's helping the algorithm. That's what I do, man.
So you treat it like in a positive way. I can imagine like somebody at home is mad, like crazy mad, but they have no idea that you're doing it sometimes, because you know, like I know you're mad, but I'll get back to you, and
Exactly.
then but it keeps going. That's a
Exactly,
really
bro.
nice point.
Yeah, man. You got to
That's
use this
true.
stuff to your advantage, or they'll get you, bro.
Yeah, very, very true. Very true, bro. So, can you like share like a very memorable success story or like a milestone on your content creation journey, like that you had?
So this is recently, bro. This is something
Right.
that I'm very proud of, man. So you know, I have a gift of creating content. I have a gift of talking to people and a gift of doing this work that I've been doing, but I've never really taken any courses or really like tried to learn anything about it. I was just post. I would learn how to do captions, learn how to do tags, but I didn't never learn the psychology of like human and how people are interacting with each other and like human desires, marketing and everything.
Right.
So I took a marketing course and I really learned how to build a brand and really learned how to create engaging content and really learned how to go viral. And bro, I paid for this course. And man, 2 weeks, like I went viral like 4 years ago,
Right.
once. So when I went viral last time, it was like a random video go up and bam, he's viral. I didn't know it was a science and a formula to going viral. I didn't know you can tailor your content in a specific way
Right.
to make you go viral. So I paid for this course and I went and learned what I needed to learn and did the work that I needed to do. And after I finished the course, bro, I applied what I learned and I went viral like a week later.
Nice.
Soon as I learned, I'm like, oh, what? I know the formula now. So it's
Right.
like, what do I do with this? Like, how do I use this properly? Now I
Right.
got this gift and I have a deeper understanding on how to go viral. So now, you know, I'm very more strategic with what I say and how I say it because I understand the power that God has given me now to be able to tap into people and get a message to them. So yeah, I think, bro, that achievement of me learning how to go viral, that was somewhere it was like, okay, like this is a game changer. This is something that's gonna help me elevate for real.
That's nice.
Yeah, man.
So from that, what kind of an advice would you give like to like aspiring content creators?
I would say, man, don't be afraid to start where you at. You have to start exactly where you at. I don't have my phone on me, bro, but I built my platform with an iPhone.
Right.
All I had was an iPhone and an idea and a wife that supported me and a vision, bro. You just got to have a vision and start with a phone. It don't have to be an iPhone.
Right.
Start with whatever phone you have. And if you feel like you have something of value, if you feel like you want to teach people, if you feel like you're entertaining, just do it. Just believe in yourself and keep going and stay consistent.
Nice.
Just keep showing up and, man, learn what you need to learn.
Right.
Go to YouTube. It's a lot of free information on YouTube, man. It's a lot of people out there that's giving game and information that'll help you create your content in a way, help you set up your stuff in a way to where it'll be successful and pay for courses.
Right.
Don't be afraid to, if you see a content creator that you're watching, if you see somebody that you're following and they have a course or something that's teaching you how to do what they did, don't be afraid to make that investment because I made those same investments on my journey and it has helped me a lot to learn things. And one thing that people should always remember is it's better to learn from other people's mistakes than to make your own.
Right.
So if you meet somebody that's already successful and they're already ahead of the game, they're already number one or top in their field and they're teaching you, you can skip a lot of mistakes if you go and pay them to learn the information from them.
Right.
So don't be afraid to pay for information. You go to YouTube and you find some free stuff. There are going to be a lot of free things. But if you want to go deeper, if you want to learn more, don't be afraid to pay that person for that information. It'll be worth it. Because look at it as an investment into your life, into your business. And content creation is a business.
Nice.
So be prepared to invest in your business, time and money.
As that goes, like you've learned and you've done every research and you are now doing content creating as you from the advice that you just gave. how will they, or how do you stay like authentic and true to yourself? Because it's very easy after learning every step
Yeah.
to then do something sometimes that's not you.
Yeah.
So how do you keep in your lane and just
That's a
stay
good
true?
one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Right.
One thing is my wife, bro. My wife helped me a lot with that. Cause sometimes I want to veer off. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I want to do different things and try to, I feel like I'm an artist at the same time, so I sort of want to create different things and like express it in a different way.
Right.
But I have to understand that, like, how can I put it? Like I'm talking to a specific audience, and I can't leave them, and I can't go over their heads. So I have to make sure that I stay in a certain realm and keep my stuff in a certain way where it's able to connect. And where they're able to, get the information from what we're talking about.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, last question maybe. What are some like your future goals, or like the projects that you're really excited in your content creation journey that you're really excited to create, or you're already creating in your content creation journey, so as people know about them as well?
So I'm working on a few different things actually. I'm working on a podcast that I'm looking to sort of keep pushing and putting momentum behind, and I'm working on creating a boot camp course for some of my people that's trying to return here. I'm creating a course to where my wife and I, we're going to create a course to where we're going to teach people the step-by-step guide to where they're able to move over here and have a smooth transition and not have to worry about a lot of the hiccups of being scammed, having to worry about the culture shock, having to worry about setting up a business, finding a lawyer, all of that.
Nice.
We want to set something up to where we helping people out with that. And another thing we're working on is I'm going to create a content creator like course as well to sort of help people learn how to do this and learn how to get comfortable and build something just with their cell phone, starting from scratch. So those 3 of the things that we're working on right now, just to, give a sneak peek.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice,
man.
nice. Well, thank you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
I really appreciate that. I am really sure that people got to learn from everything that you explained, from the questions that we shared and discussed. And hopefully we'll be able to do another one next time, based on a different topic that's based on still content creating.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm down.
And yeah, bro. So karibu sana, and thank you for coming. And hopefully we get to do this again.
Well,
This
thank you
was
for
fun.
having me, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Pamoja.
Poa, karibu.